Welcome back to the Silver Lining, where it's no filler, no fluff, but we keeps it a buck. And today we're doing a retroactive review on Billie Eilish, "Hit Me Hard and Soft." This album it's been a year, came out a little over a year now. This album was released on May 17th, 2024. This was the follow up to the Happier Than Ever album that came out in 2021. This album had a big hit. "Birds of a Feather" was a huge song. This album got a lot of Grammy nods. Didn't get any wins, but it did get a lot of Grammy nods, and it did recently clean up at the American Music Awards. I actually already reviewed this album. I'll actually link that in the description below. I reviewed it when it came out, but this time we doing it a year later, and I got my man Kurt in the building. Kurt, what's going on, brother?
Yo, I'm in here, man. You know what happens when I put the hood on, man. I'll be putting the hood on, dog. And yo, it's always a good thing to talk about Billie Eilish, so let's get it, man.
Let's get it, man. So I'll just kind of start with you, man. Just what'd you think of the album, man?
Um, First of all, like Billie Eilish, like she showed a lot of growth, and just from one album to another. Happier than ever, was just more it made you like feel good. This album is like it's like emotional roller coaster. You know what I'm saying? Like she's doing different things. Like Bittersweet, for example, right? You take the first. I actually thought like she should have just made the first 2 minutes like a whole another song, but um, just the growth that you're seeing, whatever, from album to album to album. The only thing that I can really say about this album that gets me upset is that it's like a lost tapes, man. Like you should have gave me 15 songs, man. I needed 15 of this, yo. Like you cut me short. It's like a cliffhanger. You know how like Marvel Comics, they do the end credit scene and they make you wait for the next movie. It's like, yo, this album is like an end credit scene for her career, man. It just that's the only problem I have with it is that it just wasn't enough. You know what I'm saying? And I know I'm asking a lot from her because she consistently comes out. She's very consistent with her work. But I just wanted at least 12. 12 songs would have made me feel good. You know what I mean? 13, 14 maybe. But I mean, Chihiro, you know, um, the greatest, it could have been the greatest ever. Like lunch. Like, yo, I mean, like, she just lined them up like bing, 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 and then just stopped it. Like, yo, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing, Billy? Give me three, four more songs. But I was very impressed with the album, as I'm always impressed with Billie Eilish. Um, her voice, man, her style, her cadence. I like the I know you think I'm crazy, but I like to call her she's like a white Erica Badu, bro. Because like it's a lot of neo soul singers, okay? You have Jill Scott, right? You have India Ari, right? You have Nora Jones. But see, when you listen to Erica Badu, it's like you enter her world. Like she brings you her music has always been like take your mind like window seat. Like you can listen to Living My Life Like It's Golden. Jill Scott, greatest song ever. But soon as you hear that tap, 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 and that piano drop on that window seat for Erica Badu, your mind goes to another place, bro. Like Erica Badu sings to your soul. You understand? So it's like when you listen to her, like Next Lifetime. When you listen to Next Lifetime, that
Mm-hmm.
shit takes you
Mm-hmm.
to
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And
without question.
Billie Eilish has that same effect. Like when you listen to when you listen to the one she had the video for, she was getting chased. Oh, I forgot. She had a video for it wasn't your hero. Oh no,
Um,
Birds of a Feather. It's
Birds of a
Birds of a
Feather.
Feather.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Birds of a
Birds
Feather.
of a Feather. When you listen to that song and how they and Phineas does a great job of like expanding her vocals in certain situations so it gives you a different feel along the song. when you listen to that particular song, it just takes you there. Like for a second, you are like your mind, like your consciousness, almost like she's speaking to your soul, man. That's why I kind of feel like, in her own way, she's like a pop subculture version of Erica Badu because I can't really think of no other like female artist that has that effect on you. Maybe Lauryn Hill would take you there, maybe, but other than Erica Badu, like when her music come on, bro, it's like your body just automatically recognizes it. Like all the nostalgia takes over for the moment. You know, if like you could be walking down the street, if you heard I was born with $3 and 6 dimes, maybe you might laugh. Your mind automatically just that
Yo, man.
right, it just takes you there. It just
Yeah.
automatically takes you there.
Yes,
And
sir.
Erica Badu, to me, she's the only female I can think of that really has that effect. Like for that moment, you are in Erica Badu's world. You understand? You're going to understand what she says. And Billie Eilish does that. And it's hard to do that when you don't make dance music, like per se, like get up and dance music.
Right.
Like it's easy to feel an artist when they make dance music, but what Billie Eilish does, she takes a lot of distorted sounds, she takes a lot of distorted rhythms, and she puts that soft vocal on top of it. And once she start putting that soft vocal on top of it, and then every now and again she'll scream and use like her full vocal, and it'll
Mhm.
be a surprise, like, damn, she took it there.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
okay. Like, so she is just like growing as an artist. Her brother Finney, he's growing as a producer and a songwriter. They still getting together. They still doing them and they still making it happen. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And you said 9 out of 10. I don't think it's a complete 10, okay? And the only one of the main reasons it's not a 10 is because it's just not enough product. It's just not enough, bro. It's just not enough. And I think that's why I voted. I think she had the best album. She had my vote for album of the year for Grammys. And but it's a little bit more than a nine though. It's like a 9.3. You see what I'm saying? Like something like that. 9.5 maybe. But it's not a complete 10. But like I say, she is like the pop version, like the white pop version of Erica Badu. Like if Erica Badu was a white pop star, it would sound like that. It's just that Erica Badu is a black soul singer. You see what I'm saying? It's two different genres.
It
If
is.
Erica Badu was a pop singer, bro, it would sound like Billie Eilish, bro. Distorted sounds, soft voice, deep messages hitting within the messages. Bro, it would sound like Billie Eilish, bro.
Yo, you know what? We- when you said that, I was looking like, now as you explain it, you know what? I see it. I see what you're saying now. That's interesting, man. I see
Yo, if Billie Eilish was for the projects and sung Neo Soul, it would sound like Erica Badu, bro.
it.
For real, yo.
That's
If
dope,
she
man.
sung neo soul, if she made a neo soul album, it would be comparable to Call Tyrone. It would be very comparable to that, bro.
Yeah.
So that's why I say like she's like the white pop version of Erykah Badu because her music takes you there, and it's like it's always the hidden gems in Erykah Badu's music. Like you got to hear it a couple times to really understand where she's coming from. You know what I'm saying? And Billie Eilish, it happens like that. Like you hear the song 9 times, but on the 10th time, it hits you. Like, damn, yo, I gotta run this shit back, bro. It's
Yeah.
a masterful album.
Couple quick things. You said a lot. There's a couple quick things I want to respond to. I actually want to respond to your, and I'm not saying I'm gonna save it for the end about if I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. But you
Okay,
said it can't be a 10 just because of how long it is. But Nas Illmatic is 10 songs. Actually, it's 9 songs because the first song is an intro.
it's an intro.
So I mean,
Okay,
we
how,
just we
how
just
can I
we
say
just
this?
did a retroactive review on Commons B. What is Commons B? Is that 10? See, what 10 or 11?
It's 11. It's 11.
Okay. Yeah.
It's 11. And actually, well, do you count the first
Yeah. We
song?
got the
I
first. We got
mean,
the first.
okay,
Yeah. You count it.
technically, okay.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah, bro. It's funny though. It's funny because I when I listen to Illmatic or if I listen to beat, I'm satisfied. Like I'm satisfied with what it is. Right. With this, I feel like she could have capitalized if she would have gave me three more songs. And see, and then another thing, like right when I heard Illmatic, right, like first time, it opened my eyes up to shit that I'd never seen before or never heard before.
Got you.
Like with Billy is more like she has her own subculture in their culture. Like she's not really too much doing. Like some of her songs are comparable to Cher. Some of her songs are comparable to other like Nas shit. The way he was saying it, it just wasn't comparable, bro. It just nobody
Well,
had been that vivid. Nobody had been that vivid, bro. Like New
right,
York State of Mind,
for sure.
that walking through, you know what I mean? Like we lived that. Like we literally seen that
Yeah,
shit in our projects. So
I feel you.
while I do get your point, I do get your point. Like if I take it for what it is, there's nothing bad I can say about it except for like I want it more. So it's
Yeah,
kind of like a biased fan
right.
type shit. You know what I mean? Not more so towards the actual music because the actual music is 10 out of 10, but I feel like the album is incomplete. You know what I'm
I feel,
saying? I feel
I
like
feel
she
that.
gave us an incomplete album. That's all. I feel
I,
like
yeah,
she could have gave us more.
yeah, I feel that. I just think that like I think 10 songs to me is a sweet spot. I think if you give me 10, I'm good with that. And I think under 10 is where it starts to get a little odd because it's like if you drop like a 8 song album, it's like all right. I mean, that's not quite enough, but at the same time, I'd rather it be 10 songs than be 24 songs. Like these 24 song albums that come out nowadays, like I'm good with that. Like give me
Yeah.
yeah, give me 10, 11. I'm good with that. So I personally think that the 10 songs is a sweet spot for it. I also think that because you had mentioned that for you, happier than ever, um, like this album took it to a different level. And I do agree with that. But I think that Billie Eilish's progression in terms of her sound started with Happier Than Ever. Because if you go back to her first joint, and her first joint was cool, but I remember listening to it and I saw the potential. I'm like, yo, she gonna be something serious on the next album. And she was, because the first album, it
It
had
was a
more,
little immature. The
yeah,
first album was a little immature.
it was a little immature. The production, while it was good, it was kind of in the same kind of pocket. It was that kind of dark emo kind of sounds, a lot of bass. And Happy Than Ever, you really saw right off rip that they could switch it up. A song like Billy Busted
Hmm.
Over, like that joint there on the second album, like damn,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
expecting that.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but one thing I going back to this album is that like on the song, what's the song where she's talking as the stalker, damn, how I'm forgetting the name of the songs right now. The diner. What I
The
love about
diner.
yeah, what I love about that song, first, I love the storytelling because she's talking as her stalker, which was amazing. But I like how she jumped back into that pocket because you listen to this album, it's a completely different sound from her first two. And
Hmm.
it's kind of like that song is kind of like that one that like I can still get in that pocket if I want to. Don't get it twisted, because that song had that kind of dark, bassy beat that kind of
Hmm.
where she started at. So I love how she like took it back on that joint. And it's one of my favorites on here. I love that song a lot. That song is really dope.
And see, this the thing. You know why I think her albums, and this the funny thing. This is how like talented she is, right? Like I don't think she's found her true self as an artist. You know what I mean? That's why her first album sounded like this. So she tried to switch it up and make the second album sound like this. And then I feel like she's trying to like fill in lanes, and she just so happened to be talented enough. Like I don't even know if like we seen like like a true version of Billie Eilish. It just might be her trying to find herself as an artist, trying this new shit, and that shit just so happens to be fire. I don't. It's like watching Lamar Jackson in his third or fourth year, right? Like he was still MVP caliber, but you knew like he had not found himself as a true quarterback. Now you look at him, he can run five wide, the 2 minute huddle, hurry up offense works now. He can do a lot now, but at that point in
Yeah,
time, like in his third or fourth year, he I don't know if she I don't know, bro, if she quite that's why I think her albums sound different because she's trying to find like her true element. She's just talented enough to make the shit work. And her brother is like, or they could be like, we already did that type. So
Yeah,
let's do it like this now. Okay, now
yeah,
we're gonna do it like that. Yo, she might drop a Neo Soul album. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? It
yeah.
could be that too.
I think honestly, I think this album is the MVP season. Like, I think this is it. I think this is the one. I mean, this shit, man. Like when I first turned this joint on, I was like busy. I was like working. I was kind of doing a bunch of other stuff around the house. So I kind of had it in my headphones to kind of listen to it passively. And on that passive listen, I could hear it like, yo, this shit sounds amazing. Like I can't wait
Yeah,
to sit
bro.
down and listen to it, but this shit sounds amazing, man. Like talking about some of these songs, man, like Chihiro, man, like that shit is that's a phenomenal song. I mean, that beat, that feel. I mean, it's like
Hmm.
it's slow, but it's still like sometimes while I'm listening to that song in the kitchen cooking, it make you want to do like a little,
Yeah,
like,
exactly,
yeah,
bro.
like that shit is just it's smooth as hell, man. Like when she came to because she did come to Baltimore, I wanted to go to that concert, man, but a baby was being born right at around the same time, so I couldn't pull up. But I would have pulled up. So I want to hear that shit live. I'm sure that shit is a
Right.
vibe live for real. Chihiro is amazing.
I bet you like you like you say you was listening to our album doing shit around the house. I bet you was just floating around the house, bro. You was
Floating,
just floating, bro. Like she got like her music is such a
man.
vibe. Like
Yeah,
like you can ride to it, you can smoke to it, you can drink to it, you can have family over and play cards and dominoes and have that
yeah,
shit playing in the background. Like
yeah,
she has a universal sound, bro. And it is so
yeah,
chill, it's so low key.
yeah,
And I'm a true Billie Eilish fan, man, for sure. For sure. Like she's like one of my favorites in the game. I just feel like personally, like I don't think she found it yet. And when she do find it, she's gonna be Janet Jackson. You know what I mean? She's gonna be Beyonce. Like you gotta understand, she's doing everything she's doing right now as like a young gun underboss. It is so many veteran queens above her. Like she has the Taylor Swifts, she has the Beyonces. Anytime Alicia Keys feel like doing something, like she has so many elders, I should say, in the game, and she's still right there, bro. There's
yeah.
gonna be a moment in time when she does this, like, bro, she's gonna be Janet Jackson, bro. At one point in time, she could be that. So I like I say, the album, I'm gonna give it overall, I'm gonna give it like a 9.4, not a complete 10, because I do think it's an incomplete album. Or and you know what? It could be a lost tapes. It could be like it could be like I gotta hurry up and put something out.
But
So
see,
take
it
those
don't.
10 songs.
But
You know,
see,
what I mean? I don't know, bro.
but to me, it don't sound like that. Like Lost Tape sounds like a compilation. It's like a bunch of different like songs from different times, but you kind of put them on the Lost Tapes. Like this shit sounds like a cohesive project from start to finish. Like this album is a
That is
vibe.
true.
Like it has a sound that goes all the way down. Like so I have a criticism though. It's the same criticism I had when I initially did the review. It's the only song on here that I'm just not rocking with like that, and that's Lunch. Like I just think that Lunch don't fit the vibe of this album, bro. Like it just don't. Like this the Lunch to me sounds like it sounds like they had the other 9 songs already done. And they was like, yo, we need a single. We need something that's gonna get people talking. Let's do this joint. Cause it don't fit. It don't even fit the vibe of the album, honestly. Like it really doesn't. And like to me, she is too talented of a writer to take that content and make that kind of song. Like I get that it's a chill, it's a fun little bop, but like that
Yeah,
content, she could
yeah.
have made something special with that content for real. You know what I mean? So that's my only criticism of the album.
I actually like Lunch
It's cool.
as a
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
I do. I don't have a problem with it, but I get what you're saying. Like it does stand out a little bit. It's like it's smooth and then it's a little bump. You know what I mean? Then it go back smooth again. I get what you're saying. Like um,
Yeah. Like
I
is she too
don't
talented
think
of a
that's
writer, man?
enough. But I don't think that song is that bad, right? Like to where as though it ruins the album.
Yeah. I
You see
agree.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
I don't think it's bad, but
you do
like,
deduct some points from it. You do to deduct some points from the album because of it, but it's not like it's not like you should say that song shouldn't be on it. I mean, it's different.
see, I kind
It's
of
a
do.
different side.
I kind of do. So
Okay,
so here's the
okay.
thing. Here's the thing, right? So say for some reason she was to send me her music for some reason. Not sure why she would do that, but just say she's like, "Yo, Reg, check this out," right? If she just sent me lunch, she just sent me the lunch song. I would have been like, "All right, yeah, that's dope. I kind of like what you're doing there. I like that's a gutsy song to do. I like it." Right? If she just sent me the song lunch, if she sent me the entire album, I would have said take that lunch shit off of there. Just leave. Just either do another song to make it 10 or give me the 9. Take lunch off of there because it don't fit. Like the album, every other song to me fits together perfectly like a puzzle, man. Lunch just don't to me. So
That's fair.
honestly, it's a weird thing because I don't think the song is like bad. Like if I'm just chilling in the and it come on the radio or something, I wouldn't
Right,
change the
right.
station. Like it's an all right song, but it don't fit the album to me. Like to me, that shit should have came off. It don't. It feels like they just did that after the 9 was done. It's like, oh, we need something to get people talking. Yes, that's kind of how I feel about it.
Yeah, yeah. Like, or maybe that's a lost tape. That's a
Right.
lost tape song. They needed 10 hours. Like, put that in it, and they tried to find where that. They tried to
Yeah.
hide it. They tried to hide it between two great songs. That's a fair assessment.
Yeah.
It definitely does sound different from the rest of the album, but
Yeah.
I just feel like in order for it to be a masterpiece, everything has to fit perfectly. Okay, so if you deduct a couple points like from her 10 because of lunch, I get it. But I mean,
Yeah.
it's still a pretty dope song. I get what you're saying. It don't really fit the vibe, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's still a pretty solid song, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Going to Birds of a Feather, which was the song of that year, without question. It was the song of the year. Um, the first time I heard that song, I said, smash. That's a smash. What no doubt about it. That song is phenomenal, man. Like the way her lyrics on the song, the beat, the feel, just the you go, I'm going to. It
She
was
said, even
always
if you
you.
like, listen, yeah, like nigga, even if you carry me,
Yeah.
like
Tell
even
me,
if you the reason, I'm
dead and
gone.
buried. Tell I'm in the casket that you carry. Like, oh my gosh, Billy.
Like
It's
she
like
ain't,
she
and
takes
she
that
said it
whole
so subtle. She said it so
yeah,
subtle, like it
yeah.
don't even really hit you until it hits you. Like, hold up, did she just say, damn?
Yeah, it's almost like remember Andre 3000 Hey Y'all where like it has like the a nice poppy sound but when you actually listen to the lyrics like oh damn it's kind of what it makes me think of because like this shit like she takes the whole to the day that I die and gets very specific with it like I'm gonna tell you until the day that I literally die it's like wow
Yeah,
man. But at the same time with that dark content she made a catchy perfect pop song with it being dark lyrically. It's
but it
just
being dark,
it's a masterclass, man. It really is.
like you really got it. Like it's like she, it's like she like coding her music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna give you this nice, feely, fuzzy sound that makes you feel warm, and makes you feel love, makes you feel vibed out, make you
Mhm.
feel chill. And you know what? I'm gonna even say it in a way that it doesn't ruin your vibe. I'm gonna say it in a way. But when you grasp, that shit'll
Yeah.
pull you out. Like you'll
Yeah.
be sitting there vibing, and that shit'll pull you out. Like, hold up, let me run that shit back. Did she just say
Yeah.
that shit?
Yeah.
Yo, let me go look up the lyrics on this song real quick.
Yeah.
Got you googling and shit, bro. Yeah, it'll really like her message will catch you by surprise, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It really will. It really will.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Then we have the song Wildflower, where again, I love the storytelling of hugging a girl who you were close to because her guy's treating her bad, then you end up dating the same guy. Like the first that's such a jacked up situation, and she does a great job with the story. Again, the song, the beat, everything comes together perfectly, and I love how well she sings it. Because one thing I want to go back to what you said earlier was that like she does a lot of her songs in kind of that kind of softer tone, and she should. I mean, it works, but she can actually
Hmm.
really get busy vocally. And to me, on Wildflower and The Greatest, because you mentioned The Greatest, I think both of those songs are those ones where she just like shows you, like, yeah, I can get busy vocally too. I think both of those songs really showcase her vocal talent. You know what I mean? That she doesn't go to as much because she doesn't have to, because the soft shit still sounds so amazing.
Yo, whoever she writing these songs to, like the greatest, whoever that song is, I know if that song is dedicated to somebody, I know they feel like shit right now, bro. Like, yo, can you imagine like somebody walking out on you saying, yo, you know what? No, yo, you could have been the greatest.
Yeah.
Like, yo, that shit is borderline disrespectful.
Yeah.
Like, you could have been the greatest. Like, you fucked it up, you dumbass. Like, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, so it's real subtle. Like,
Yeah.
it's real subtle. It's not in your face. It's not like it is like she's the woman that know, like you meet the women that know how to respectfully shit on a man when they get out of
Yeah.
line. You know what I'm saying? She's that person. Like she know how to be she know how to say it in such a way that you don't even know is disrespectful until you think about it later. Like she did say that shit, didn't she? You be in a car driving home like, yo, she did say that shit. But like, real
Yeah.
subtle, real
Yeah.
nice, real calm,
Yeah.
real cool.
Yeah.
We got teachers like that could shit on you very respectfully.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I mean? So it's like she cut from a different cloth for sure, and I can't wait for the next project. A year later,
Yeah.
it is as potent as it
Yeah.
was. I probably respect it a little bit more because it aged throughout a year, right? Billy, she solidified. I know what I'm going to get with her every time. I need to see that from just a couple more artists that was big this time last year. You know what I'm saying? I need to see that type of consistency. We can get that from more artists, we'd be good because it really was some good music to come out
It
last
was.
year,
Last year was a
and it
good
kind of
last year was
got
a good year.
overshadowed. It got overshadowed by the Drake and Kendrick. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But
Yep.
it was some very good music, and I would like to like going into this year's Grammy nomination video. I would like to have like a lot of those same names here around with more consistent music going around. Like so, shout
Well,
out to Billy though. She solidified. She gave me three of them. She gave me three. The first, like I said, the first one it's a little immature. It's still good music, but
yeah.
the second one is elite. The second one was elite, and this solidified her, bro. She gave me three good ones. The last one is a super classic. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I
Yeah.
can't wait to hear what's next one.
Yeah. I don't know how to pronounce it, but L'amour di Mave, like that joint, incredible, incredible. That shit reminds me of something that like Amy Winehouse would have rocked over. That smooth, jazzy joint.
Hmm.
Love that one. And then
Hmm.
it has the beat switch. And at this point, Phineas was just flexing because the jazzy thing that he had going was already perfect. There was no need for a beat switch there. He's like, I'm just going to flex and do another one. And that beat switch was fire. She stays on the same topic. Fire. Love that song. Another great one. Um,
I think Bittersweet. That's my favorite one
yep.
though.
Bittersweet is really
Bittersweet.
dope. It's smooth. It's almost like you're in like a dream kind. It's like a dream sequence. And then that beat changes, and
Boom.
it's almost it's like crazy. And then what's true masterclass on how they produce that is that they that shit blends perfectly into the last song, Blue. So if you're not paying
Yep.
attention, you might think it's the same song, like with a beat switch, because it blends in so
Yep.
perfectly. Masterclass production for sure.
Yeah, Finney flex. He
He was
definitely
flexing.
pulled the big. He was flexing like a mother. And see the thing about Bittersweet when she comes back to the second time around, right? She
Yeah.
keeps her same type of tone,
Hmm.
but it's like the cadence of it switches with the beat. So it's like even though we still in the same pocket, she has to still ride the wave, man. You know what I mean? And she just came in and just rode the wave, and I'm just like, yo, son. How the fuck this wasn't album of the year, dog?
Yeah. And before I get to that, one more quick criticism that I did have, I mentioned on my original review as well, was that The song "Blue" is phenomenal. Like it's a great song, great close. I love what they did. I thought the first beat, the first thing they had on that song was perfect. I thought at that point you didn't need to. You really didn't need a beat change at all. Like I can't be mad at it because he did it throughout the album. It's kind of like, if you throw in the
Kind
cutter
of
when it's
thing.
yeah, if you throw in a cutter when it's a full count. I mean, I'm gonna throw the pitch again if it's working. Why not? If I keep striking everybody out with, I'm gonna keep throwing it. But I think right there, the first part of Blue should have just been the whole song. Because that if that was the whole song, that might be my favorite song off the album. That first part is amazing. When he
Yep.
switches it to the second part, it's cool. It's all right. It's cool. Then the last tempo change I thought was good as well. So great song, but man, they should have left the
You think
whole.
it should have just been
They
that it
should,
blended in? He should have just rolled it
yeah,
to the
they should just
sunset.
rolled it to the
Yeah.
sunset. They should just rolled that out. They should just rolled that out. But yeah, so that takes me to what you were just saying that this album should have been album of the year. And look, man, I don't
No
mean no
disrespect to Beyonce.
yeah, I mean no disrespect to Beyonce at all. And I think that what she did with Cowboy Carter was creative. I think she did. And
Hmm.
look, when I saw the cover of Cowboy Carter, I thought it was gonna be trash. I really did. I'm like, this is gonna be just silliness. But it was decent. It was a solid album. So I mean, no disrespect to Beyonce, but I think that when we look back at it 10 years from now, when this album gets even more goated than it already is, we're gonna look back at Hit Me Hard and Soft, and we're gonna look at a classic pop album, a album that inspires the next generation of pop artists. That's what this album is gonna be. And we're gonna look back and say, how the hell did this not win album of the year? How could it not? It was the album of the year. So
It really
that,
was.
that's kind of how I feel about it. When I initially reviewed the album, I gave it a 9 out of 10. Um, just because I don't like giving tens, man. I'm real stingy with my tens, so I want to
And
let this
you kind of
album.
like try to find a way to not give him a 10 sometimes,
Yeah, for
right?
sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
I do.
yeah.
I do. I'm stingy with my tens, and I think that letting the album rock for a year and coming back to it, you know what I mean, is a good way to gauge it because you can kind of get a feel for how it's going to age. And this thing is going to age like the finest of wines. This is, like I
Hmm.
said, this is going to be we're going to look back at this. This is going to be that album
The
that,
Illmatic.
yeah, in a way, it's going to be that album that inspires the next generation of pop stars.
And you know
So
what, Reg? We might come back and review this 3 years from now, and Lunch might be your favorite song on the album.
no,
You
that's
know
not
what I
gonna
mean?
happen. That won't
Well, that's how I'm just saying. That's how
happen.
great albums age. Yo, you just don't like that song, Reg.
I don't mind the
You just
song. I
don't.
don't. I don't mind the song. I just don't think it should be on here. I don't mind the song, but it shouldn't be on this album. But yeah, I'm just gonna be real. This is a 10 out of 10 album. This is a classic. This is a masterpiece. This is gonna be one of those ones that we look back on. So yeah, I'm goating it.
Picasso.
I'm goating it. It's a
Picasso.
10 out of 10. I
That's
might give.
fair.
It's one of them albums that like is gonna be on t-shirts. You know what I mean? Like how we do Nirvana, Nevermind, we put it on t-shirts. Illmatic, it's gonna be one of them, yo. I'm telling you. 10,
Ready to
15
Die.
years from now,
Everybody
yeah,
had a Ready to Die t-shirt.
yeah,
Remember those?
yes, absolutely. I think it's gonna be one of them. So yeah, 10 out of 10. Salute to Billie Eilish. This album is
Salute.
incredible. This album is gonna age like the finest of wines. 10 out of 10. And Kurt, I'm gonna give the last word to you.
I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I just want to just give her some roses, man. And publicly, if you follow her, anything, she goes through a lot, bro. You know what I mean? Like, if you're ahead in her music, she'll admit to it. It just feels good to have good music at the top, and it's still a human being. You know what I'm saying? Like they always got to be larger than life. They always got to be above mere mortals, looking down at peasants. She don't do none of that. She's a regular woman who's going through a lot of shit in life, and she expresses it through her music. And I like the fact that she ain't gotta wear skirts and dresses and tight dresses. She shoot videos in baggy ass clothes like it's the 2000s or something. You know what I'm saying? So just shout out to the talent being able to persevere. You know what I'm saying? So great album. Like I said, the only thing I gotta say is I feel like she could have gave me some more. other than that, the music itself, how it is, absolutely 10 out of 10. But I had to give it. I'm gonna give it a 9.5 only because I feel like it's a little incomplete. That's the only reason. That's literally the only thing I can say about this album. But the music itself, amazing. Shout out to Phineas, and I can't wait till the next one.
No doubt. We're gonna leave it there. Appreciate you coming through, brother. Till next time.
Peace, peace.